In all the manuscript material that Hemingway left unfinished, the impression was given that A Moveable Feast really was completed and that they were just bringing out what Hemingway had accomplished. And that was so misleading. People who read this renewed edition will find out none of the things that were presented, his preface, his ending, his title, none of it was actually done when he died.
I never met my grandfather, and working on this project was an exciting way, another exciting way to get to know him. The new edition of A Moveable Feast, the restored edition, is interesting in a number of ways. It restores the text to an edition that my grandfather had at the time of his death. You can actually get a little bit of a feeling for the man writing the manuscript. What's remarkable about many of the manuscripts is that he really formed the writing in his head very carefully before it comes out. Many of the first handwritten drafts are very clean, and it's a remarkable testament to his writing.
This edition attempts to give the impression of a work which was not completed, but which is nevertheless readable, and it's not quite as polished, but it I think gives a much better impression of what Hemingway was trying to accomplish when he was writing his memoirs. Some of the passages that have been restored in this book, especially about Evan Shipman, a very dear friend of his, you get the feeling that Hemingway did have very good friends, and that he loved them, and that he very much regretted losing them, as we all do with good friends.
For people who are purists about literature, to read, to compare this edition with the edition that was published before, there are many subtle variations, and there were many little things, I think, that Hemingway wanted in there that got taken out. And I think reading it as he wanted it, I think, is important for those of us who feel strongly about that.
As time goes by, Hemingway belongs to that group of writers who will never die. And it's now very apparent that Hemingway lived at a time when American literature reached its peak. And so he is one of the Augustans. He as long as English literature and its American development live, Hemingway will be part of it.